Next, we have what I think will be one of the more passionately fought categories yet heard on this show. This is, of course, Goodest Boy, formerly Best Dog Wearing an Accessory Award. Previous winners in this category: 2017, Mario Odyssey, dog in a cowboy hat. 2018, Minit, dog in an eye patch. 2019, Pokemon Sword and Shield, Yamper. 2020, Miles Morales, Backpack Cat. And last year, Cosmo from Guardians of the Galaxy. Our nominees this year are Big Man, Splatoon 3, Stray from Stray, Lechonk, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Fenrir from God of War Ragnarok, the Lamb in Cult of the Lamb, Cosmo returning again from Marvel Snap, Blaidd from Elden Ring, Any Dog on a Bike, Pupperazzi, Bidoof, Pokemon Legends Arceus, and the best name on the list for sure, Chad Shakespeare, from also best name on the list in terms of games, Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator.
Referee, I have a quarrel with this category.
Oh, let's go. Let's
get all Stanley Parable. What year did this game come out? I believe this motherfucking little thing Bidoof was in a previous game, was it not?
Ooh. I believe this motherfucking thing Cosmo was in a previous game.
Okay, get them both out of here.
Oh, damn it.
Checkmate, Garrett Kidney. This is revenge for Leon White.
Neither of them are winning, so
I can go.
You're basically taking away an easy cut for somebody, Barry.
Yeah, okay.
So
let's leave him in. Let's leave him in.
Okay.
I'm being facetious. I'll get.
I don't think anybody here's going to make, unless you really want Cosmo to go back to back.
It would be interesting for one character to go back to back in two completely different games that aren't sequels to one another. It would be quite the anomaly. Going first this time, we've Garrett.
I will, with dignity and respect, remove Bidoof. Bless the idiot-looking thing. And there's a great side quest. There's a phenomenal side quest in Legends Arceus where there's like a bunch of Bidoof invading the village, and you have to stop the Bidoof. But bless Bidoof and his dumbass face. I hope they release a Pokemon game next year so I can nominate him again.
Let me just finish right.
Actually, Bidoof's not in Scarlet and Violet, is he?
It's not in Scarlet and Violet, no.
Okay,
but what if he's in the DLC next year?
Do you know what though? Now, like Ash and Pikachu are retiring from the anime series.
Bidoof should be the main character.
Oh, what if DLC stands for Dogs Love Cuddles in this game? Oh my god. They do be loving cuddles is the thing.
That is so true.
Okay, I'm next. I gotta say the one I feel the least personal attachment to. Actually, no, do you know what? Because he's already gone, I'm not gonna give him the satisfaction of leaving it till it comes around so we can do it for about the 15th time in Game of the Year. Let's get rid of Stray.
See, I honestly think Stray would be a decent shout to win this, because if there's anything that game has, that cat's cute, and that cat crawls on all the things, and that cat gets a bag stuck in his head, and then you lose control of the character and he wanders around.
I like it.
I should have nominated that for moments. Getting the bag on the head is great.
Okay. I will. If there is strong resistance, I will leave it on.
Okay.
And I will offer you.
Stray Defender has logged on.
I will offer you. Sorry, Barry, in particular. Any dog on a bike.
Oh, see now, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to immediately betray Garrett. You gotta have the dog on the bike. let me. Okay. A lot of people said, "Oh man, that's stupid. It's not even animated on the bike." Wrong. That's called comedy, sir. It looks amazing.
Little thing called jokes.
It's like no effort at all
it's
to put the dog actually on the bike.
Fucking looking thing, but
God
that is
damn, it's so good. I wish the rest of that game was as funny or good as that dog, as all those dogs on those bikes, several of them.
There's a real proof of concept there that like they met about, I'd say 20-30% of it, and then just went, fuck,
and they were like, ship it, it's better this way. And there's also, I mean, like, oh God, Pupperazzi was not nearly as good as I wanted it to be. Unfortunately, it was really not that good. But I love the dogs on the bike. I love the sea dog. All the dog character stuff in that game was fabulous.
It's a real stupid fucking thing.
It's very dumb. I mean, I guess we should probably cut it. I don't think he's because it's also not a specific character either. It is just any of them. But man, that thing made me laugh every single time I saw it.
I say, like, with the exception of maybe one character in this, like, I'm happy to roll with the punches. Having unilaterally voted the winner in the first 2 years, I feel like I've got my I've had my victory laps on
No,
Goodest Boy.
I don't think there's any one specific dog on a bike. Like it's it's more a concept. It's more a feeling.
It's more
a
yeah.
dog.
I mean, because the other thing I liked was Sea Dog, which was the tutorial character who talks like a
Also a
pirate
dog.
and he's wearing a little raincoat. Oh,
Very good dog. Yeah.
Dogs are-
Pupperazzi had such a great opening gambit. I wish.
Can't wait for Pupperazzi too.
Yeah, they'll nail it. They'll nail it for Pupperazzi too.
You know what? Dogs are very good.
They are good. That's why we have this category.
Indeed. Right. So, Mark, you're next.
I think is this where we get rid of Lechonk because he actually was quite useless.
Yeah.
I don't feel strongly about Lechonk. He's not a personal favorite.
I thought Lechonk. I thought Lechonk was going to be the one to beat.
Hang on a second.
Everyone went crazy for Lechonk. The kids
Yeah,
loved
at the
Lechonk.
time.
Lechonk was more of a meme.
Also a vibe feeling.
Yeah.
Then we all saw Fido.
Yeah,
And
Fido
there's a
was the better
Pokemon
one
in that
for me.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fido was the better one.
God.
It's a pig called Lechonk.
That
Yeah,
is
no,
it's
very good.
cool. It's very good.
Yes, but if you're gonna go on funny names, there is literally a dog called Chad Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Oh, we should have nominated Mousehold. That was a mistake
Yeah.
on my bad.
Somebody
good
nominated
Pokemon.
Mousehold. That sounds familiar.
Probably Garrett.
Anyway,
Maybe I did. Maybe I did put Mousehold
Yeah.
in. It is literally a family of mice, and they called the Pokemon Mousehold. Sensational. Well done, the entry.
Mousehold
so
was great.
looks like
Somebody
Lechonk
wanted
is
to call
gone.
that
Tinkerton
disappointing.
is the one though, Garrett. I'm sorry. The best of the creatures in the game is Tinkerton by a long way.
Tinkerton doesn't. Tinkerton's not under Goodest Boy though. Maybe
She's-
best Pokemon, but
She's a
maybe not
tiny
Goodest
little
Boy.
fairy creature with a big
I-
fucking mallet.
I gotta say, for all the
Doesn't
categories
like
we
that.
have, I'm drawing the fucking line at best Pokemon being a category.
I tell you what, mate. If I'm gonna campaign for it. It's gonna be on
That's
my
fucking,
personal.
that
Best-
is jumping
best-
the shark in a big way.
Best dog on a bike in Pupperazzi.
What Fido
Especially
on
for
one?
like something that this one started as a gag category that I would do as a 30-second bit and is now a literal half-hour argument every year. Fuck's
Come on,
There are
sake.
too many
just
good boys.
Have you cut
Um,
Lechonk? You fucking monster.
Yeah, I don't like Lechonk.
This
I
is
think
the
that Lechonk
shit
got it.
heelest thing you've done in this whole cast, Mark.
Yeah.
Outrageous.
But the fact that the other Pokemon defender has logged on to cut him as well is that kind of leaves you
He's just sad
unmoored.
because he had to cut Bidoof.
I did it with dignity.
Yeah.
No, I'm going out scratching and clawing.
Jack.
I would just cut whatever Mark likes. Like. No. What I am gonna cut. To be fair, I am gonna cut Cosmo.
Yeah.
Not as a shot at Mark, but because A, Cosmo's already won this category. Cosmo is a very good dog, but B, he is kind of just a card here, and
That's not the
is
real Cosmo.
fair, actually.
And
It's
also,
a facsimile of Cosmo.
and also not my favorite appearance of Cosmo in media this year.
And I barely ever use. I don't think I've
Oh,
ever used
He's a
Cosmo.
bastard to fight, though. If you go against someone who knows that, oh man, it's really annoying when you go against Cosmo.
Well, that sounds like a nominee for worst boy.
Yeah, get him out of here. Get this dog out of my
Worst boy.
sight.
Yeah. Okay, Barry.
Getting into serious territory here. The novelty of the lamb and Cult of the Lamb wore off on me kind of fairly quick. Like that game's visual offering is great early on, including the very cute lamb. But after a while,
I feel that lamb has a ton of personality. Like
That
I feel
lamb
like-
when he sprints and he makes like the determined face.
Yeah,
I
you
love
know what? I would absolutely watch every episode of a Cult of the Lamb cartoon.
yes,
hell yeah.
You know, like Courage the Cowardly Dog style with the lamb.
Yeah, I
Where
mean,
it's like
the
him
Cult-
fighting untold Lovecraftian horrors.
an
I'm
animated
here
Call
for
of the Lamb sounds just like an animated web series that you'd have found on Newgrounds, like 15
20 years ago,
It's like
exactly.
a Happy Tree Friend sort of thing.
I mean, like stranger things have happened. Like that game was like did big business, and every living game IP is getting adapted now. So maybe it'll happen. Maybe it'll happen.
Okay, I'm up next.
No, not Garrett isn't he?
Oh, Garrett is. Sorry, Garrett.
Do I cut Blaidd in two separate categories? Do I feel that petty toward Elden already?
Huh?
Okay, who would win in a fight in this category of all these characters? I know who I'm picking.
Blaidd.
I know who
Mark,
the last
Mark,
two are.
actually tell me about Chad Shakespeare, please.
all right,
Yeah, it's just a JPEG and a name to me, and that has got my heavy endorsement.
Chad Shakespeare is a golden retriever who sells
Right.
alien organs on the black space market, and that's all you're getting because that's all you need to know.
Fuck
All
your
right, he's
wolf
cut.
thing.
All right.
fucking
You didn't sell it,
Shakespeare,
Mark. He's
bitch.
out of here. Well
No,
done, Chad
no.
Shakespeare, and your good name, but I'm afraid you're cut.
No, he sells alien organs on the black space market. He's a
seems
golden
very
retriever,
rude.
and his name is Chad Shakespeare. How
I mean,
does it
Chad
not win the
Shakespeare.
category?
I feel like
How does it not win the category?
I feel
Because I
like
cut it. Did you not understand how this
do
works?
I agree with Mark?
I feel
I
like
think I might agree with Mark.
I feel like the space in black space market is superfluous in a game called Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator.
Well,
I
I'm not
did-
going to say Space Warlord organ. I can't even fucking say it. It was too late at this point. I can't even put those words together.
Didn't think
Yeah,
it was
we
like
beat them down.
yeah.
Wait,
right.
have we cut Chad Shakespeare? That's
Yeah.
He's gone.
Gone.
I wasn't
No.
sold.
Am I not getting anything in this year's game? I've had nothing. I've had nothing.
Join
The
the
fig-
I feel
club.
finger
Chad
of fate, mate.
Shakespeare is perfect for this category.
Yeah, I like Chad Shakespeare a lot.
I have one that I really want to win this. But also again, I'm just like I've got my 2 wins in this category, so I don't want to be too greedy either. So this time it is me. And where I've got 2 attacks here. The first one is to take a second swing at Stray.
Mm-mm.
I don't think Stray wins.
I think much like Splatoon in multiplayer, I feel like this is the Stray category. In
I
terms
vote
of
Stray as well, yeah.
because like remember like what we were talking about with the story, that Stray is such a good boy that I feel like it could have carried the game on its own with no written narrative and no dialogue and no robot.
I suppose as somebody who fundamentally was very lukewarm on it, that's why it doesn't just doesn't appeal to
But
me.
it's about how good the boy is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you're
like
right with the
I,
game. It's a very good boy.
I have at least one gooder boy on here.
But the thing is, right,
The best boy, maybe.
I wouldn't really consider Stray to be a good boy. Like, you know,
Anti-cat agenda.
Backpack Cat. was
Are we
a good
about
boy,
to talk about
all right?
cat morality?
Backpack Cat was a good boy. You know, he's just fucking hanging around having.
You
a
were
good old
just
time
trying
in
to
your
pitch a
backpack.
fucking organ trader as a good
Yeah.
boy. Don't you talk to
The
me
best
about
boy.
the standards of these
Absolutely
dogs.
the best boy. He's looking out for himself. He's looking out for his owner. He's making money however he can. Stray, he's just a little fucking mangy cat who's just wandering
Mate,
around.
there's a
and-
stingray on this list. Don't go.
Oh, don't you go for our precious boy.
He is a manta ray. It's in the name.
Excuse me. I did not mean to incorrectly identify this fish thing, but come on, Stray.
Slanderous bullshit here.
believe it's a
Yeah,
mammal.
Stray is cute. He's adventurous. He's lovingly animated. He's got it all. Come on now.
I'm with Barry. The one thing this game has is a very good boy. It's the
It's a
only
very-
reason anybody gave this a game. If this
That
cat
genuinely-
wasn't a good cat, no one gives a fuck about.
I mean, this
game.
was to while we're bigging it up, also kick the game a little bit more. It was carried almost entirely on its meme marketing and people like, oh, a cat game, blah, 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 and there was not. I feel really mean. It's not that bad. It's an okay game.
You're really
Nice
like
little
taking
game.
a shit all
I
over this
enjoyed
game.
that game, but it's just like it was carried entirely by the cat and how lovingly created it was. I think Stray has to win
So
this.
I see it as a top 3.
I will then opt for all the reasons we talked about him in character of the year. Maybe Blaidd is time to go.
It's probably time for Blaidd to go, I guess.
Mm.
Okay.
And I didn't have to cut him twice.
He's also basically a man. He's like he's a wolf man thing. He's a 3-dimensional character that does shit. He's got lore.
You're not saying things that. If anything, I want to keep him on now. He's a wolf
Yeah,
man.
that's
That's
the
fucking
opposite.
boss,
He
man.
straddles the line of what is a goodest boy by like
He's 95% man.
yeah,
That's
exactly. A
But then
goodest
he
boy.
also has a dog head.
A goodest boy character, normally can't have a house and a mortgage. You know what I mean? That's not. That's
You think anyone in Elden Ring has a
Doesn't have a
mortgage? Come on now. I don't see Iron Fist Alexander rocking around with a fucking 30-year loan.
Yeah,
There's a
you
pot
had to
village
pay
in
off
that
pot.
game. There is an entire pot village where they have houses. So
there we go.
Okay, final cut. It goes to Mark.
This is probably the one category where I would actually vouch for Ragnarok, so I'm gonna go big man.
all that dog does is die. That's all Fenrir does.
But then he comes back.
He comes back. He comes back.
There's a
Cowardly
story arc you've
bitch.
not got to yet, Garrett.
dies like a bitch.
No, because
Big man doesn't die. Big man wins
Yeah,
Splatfest.
Garrett,
Big man is a
Garrett.
winner.
Garrett,
As far as I
Fenrir
know,
comes back. All right, and
as
he
far
comes
as I
back
know,
in a
big
big
man
way.
can't die
God.
No
he
one
will
has
never
killed
die.
Big Man.
He will never
Big Man
die in
went
my
to
heart.
fucking space.
Can I
Sorry.
just tell you what Fenrir can do? He can fucking tear rifts in the dimensional fabric
Yeah.
of the universe.
Yes.
Okay.
But can he cheer up your day just by saying, "Hey"?
Hey!
Well,
Oh,
I mean, he
and
cheered
this-
Atreus up when he came back.
And to an image, every single like fan drawing inside that game of Big Man has made me laugh so hard. Every time he pops up doing anything where it's like they might be talking about something serious in the single player mode and he just like bursts into the fucking scene.
I'm going to have to give some context here just to explain why I would go with Fenrir. So, like, yes, at the start of the game, Fenrir dies, and it's actually quite emotional. I think they do a really good job with the dog.
Yeah.
But then
very
later on, there is I can't remember actually the name of the giant wolf demon thing that you fight against. But this giant fucking hellhound that can tear through space and time and create these rifts and starts to like destabilize the portal, the realms, and so you have to go and basically kill this wolf, and it's
Garm,
like fucking it's like 100 feet tall and it's massive and it's a fucking it's a God of War style spectacular boss fight.
It's gone, I think.
Gone. Okay.
Gone.
No, it's Garrett.
And so
Scar.
at the start of the game, Fenrir dies, and Atreus actually, without even realizing it, takes the soul of Fenrir and actually kind of keeps possession of it. And then later on, with the wolf, the giant wolf, he kind of like gives the soul into this giant wolf, and then it basically is the soul of that original dog, but now in a 100-foot hellhound. And like you see this dog go from what you've seen as this like massively evil looking fierce wolf now take on the mannerisms of like a little kind of dog and whatnot, but it just happens to be the size of a skyscraper. And it's actually a really nice little story arc. It's one of the things about Ragnarok that I like, and he literally is a goodest boy. He is the biggest good boy.
But you know what?
Such a big boy.
But you know what? Big Man doesn't have to be such a fucking tryhard about it.
Hey, he
That's
doesn't
what
have
I
to
say.
possess anybody. He is his own body because he didn't fucking die.
I mean,
sorry,
I'm
but
still going Big Man out of the two. So
I like Big Man, but Fenrir.
I like Big Man.
Fenrir's
Fenrir's
fucking
pretty
metal as
cool.
fuck, man. Like,
I hope you don't vote. Every time you come across a Splatfest now, Splatoon's gonna be like voted against Big Man.
Yeah,
Good
I won't
on
be
the
able to
other
show my
two.
face to him.
No,
won't be able to,
he'll look
but-
at you to go, hey, and you'll be like, I'm so sorry.
It's
and
your
you
own
like,
bed.
okay.
It's your own bed.
Fish can't be good boys. Sorry.
He shot at the ocean.
Fish have no feelings, therefore no good boy.
Fish are friends, Barry. We learned this.
Hey,
Okay, so Big Man sadly has departed. He's crossed the Rainbow Bridge. Very sad.
I do you know what? Now we've cut Big Man, I feel really sad. About
Yeah, you should. You fucking should.
but
Hey.
realistically,
Can I? Apparently, the raid is irreversible, lads. This is what I've heard.
it started raining outside when we cut Big Man. God is crying.
Yeah,
Could still bring Neon White back.
he and I both, brother. He and I both.
Don't even
no,
joke
Neon
about
White
that.
is buried 6 feet under.
It really,
Yeah.
I can't even argue. It was. It really, really was.
We've
My God,
kinda-
I'm not going to sleep tonight about that.
We've
Yeah.
kind of given the promos on both our remaining characters, Stray and Fenrir. So shall we just go to a vote?
Sure.
Garrett.
Stray. God, this feels bad. Stray.
God, just based on the fact that, like, 'cause I dislike this game less. Fenrir. Mark.
Fenrir.
Jack.
Fenrir, the fucking gigantic hellhound.
Barry.
From Doom.
Stray. I thought Stray had this. I'm
See now,
shocked.
Barry. See now. If you had backed Big Man, we'd all be fucking. We'd
If
all
I
be
back
would've
Big
living
won on
Man,
hard.
Big
Big
Man.
Splatoon another award is what would
Yeah,
be happening if
damn
I
right.
backed Big Man. I can
Damn
tell you.
You
right.
know what? If Big Man won this category, I'd be
Man.
fine with that too.
I wish any of the animals in Neon White weren't so fucking annoying every time they spoke. I probably could have
Everything
nominated
about
one
the
of them.
gameplay, everything but the gameplay is annoying about Neon White.
No,
Yeah.
the music is
Oh, the
really
music
good.
is good.
Something we need to
Maybe if I
earmark.
would have heard it if all those characters weren't fucking yapping
Weren't
on about their
talking.
anime bullshit.
Something we
No,
need
to be fair, if it was so good, you should have probably stuck up.
I'm
By
leaving.
the way-
I'm
Gentlemen, something we need to earmark for the main event category is we need to have the discussion about about how weirdly horny Neon White is and how I don't care for that.
I wouldn't know because I skipped basically 90% of the story, so I
Super
wouldn't
horny.
know.
Yeah, I gave that game a little bit of a pass early on. I was like, I don't know what everyone's saying about, but man, as it goes on, there's so much of it as well. I'm like, shut the fuck up, game.
Oh, so we're
I
already
don't
cutting
care.
it from the game of the year discussion.
No, oh my
No.
god,
No.
oh my goodness.
Oh.
Oh Lord. Anyway,
Right. Okay. So, Goodest Boy 2022 goes to big man. No, it's Fenrir from God of War Ragnarok.
perhaps the most metal of all the good boy winners. He's pretty fucking cool.
Like every now and then, I just love it when shit is just
die.
fucking metal, man.
Okay. So, what we've got here is we've got top 3 results. And in third place, we have a 3-way tie. 9.8%.
Indecisive bunch this year.
9.8% each for Chad Shakespeare, Blaidd, and Lamb.
Oh, Lamb finishing high. Wow.
Then-
that would
is very
surprise me,
cute.
you know?
Very cute.
Then we're tied in second place, 14.6% and 14.6% for Lechonk and Big
come on,
Man.
you
Big man.
Wow.
Hey!
fucked it on Lechonk, by the way. That should have lost it.
Yeah, Lechonk's
And-
an average.
Especially Mark.
The winner with 26.8% of the listener poll is Stray.
Of course.
Right,
To be honest, it's surprising it didn't.
It seemed like the most obvious public vote one.
Also because it was right, but that's either or not.
Yeah. Listen, Fenrir is pretty fucking cool. I'm not as salty about Stray losing out as some of the other, but Fenrir is pretty cool. Fenrir is pretty cool.